Make me ask twice. Sooner than we'll get you. Take it in stride. You're here 'cause I let you. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. Would they know who you are if you spoke in the dark? Does your voice separate from the noises they make? Can you make them believe that you're off already? Are you feeling yourself, or are you begging for someone else? You'll see underneath the pleasantries of modern expectations is where you can find your own darker side. Make me ask twice. Sooner than we'll get you. Take it in stride. You're here 'cause I let you. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. Keep it inside. I don't run a circus. Swallow your pride. I should make you nervous. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. You deserve the success. Shut your mouth, don't second guess. Nothing's holding you back but your lack of self-respect. Watch them think it all through. No one walks over you with enough confidence. You can change every damn circumstance. You'll see underneath the pleasantries of modern expectations is where you can find your own darker side. Make me ask twice. Sooner than we'll get you. Take it in stride. You're here 'cause I let you. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. Keep it inside. I don't run a circus. Swallow your pride. I should make you nervous. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. You let it loose and it is taking over. It feels so new, you never took it this far. You've got more in you than you ever thought. Never go back to before. Make me ask twice. Sooner than we'll get you. Take it in stride. You're here 'cause I let you. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right. Keep it inside. I don't run a circus. Swallow your pride. I should make you nervous. I don't need attention. That ain't my intention. You are gonna learn when you were wrong and I'm right.
Hello, welcome back. You hope everything is going well. I mean, in general, things are going all right. I got lots of sleep, which is great. I am also having the last bit of my favorite tea that I have. I didn't realize I was almost out already, so I haven't ordered any more. which is unfortunate. But how are you? How's it going? How's your weekend been? Also, I saw that somebody did the first couple steps of the sponsorship, which is very helpful. Whoever you are, thank you very much. Hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for the lure. How did I sleep? I slept pretty well. I got 9-ish hours of sleep, I think. Well, really, I woke up 3 hours ago, and then instead of getting up, I just slept more, which was probably a good call, but it means that I can't stream as long, so there are some trade offs. Our pig's gonna fly today, too. I have no impact on their ability to fly. I'm sure they would like to. But how are you doing? Welcome back. Hi, welcome in. I'm Elena. Nice to meet you. I'm just trying to optimize your HSR roster. Hi, welcome back. Good morning. Thank you for the stretch and for the hydrate. You gave up on the factory and you just use blueprints. See, I also use blueprints. But sometimes the blueprints don't quite fit what I need. today. I got a pretty good amount of sleep, but I am unfortunately using my last bit of tea, which is very sad because I did not order any more for tomorrow. And so we'll have to have something else. That's not a really good replacement for tea. It's also kind of 50-50 as to whether or not that would actually help at all. It could just make me tired. Like caffeine. Flintstone gummies. See, now that's an idea. I was gonna put something over here, but I don't recall what we were gonna put over here yesterday because we had to take out the factory that we had. I should probably name these. Hi, welcome back. Congrats on the 80 stream streak. That's incredible. And of course, thank you so much for hanging out that much.
You know, I've seen other Hongshan sword masters, and everyone seems to perform the same move differently.
Well, Hongshan swordmancy focuses on the will, not the form. Being one with the blade is...
So,
Watch this!
Endman, I added a new module to the Tieshi apparatus.
I got
Shall
her
we
in my
see
free
how it
10 pull.
performs?
I wasn't planning on pulling for her any more than that. Hi, welcome back. The only reason I got her is because I wasn't planning on pulling for her. If I was planning on pulling for her, there's no way that would have happened. The game knows. I actually need to go back and clip that from a few days ago.
I can't bear seeing my clumsy self on the screen. Perhaps you could spar with me in person instead.
I can't believe I just started. My cat is outside, absolutely screaming to be let in. I'm gonna let them in really fast. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You and Punvarasi as well. With a free copy of the unit, you get a 30. Yeah, I have 2 copies of her as well, actually.
I can hear the whisper of the land.
I think that we should probably try to put this here. It does somewhat shockingly fit. We exceed the number of forges we can have. That's kind of rude. So I guess we can make these. Or maybe we can make these. Where did my formula line disappeared? It's 5 a.m. You don't want to hit the gym, but you have to because it gets packed later. I see. Well, if that means you're heading out, thanks so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's see if I can find a blueprint. Hi, welcome back. Sorry, I've been looking at factory blueprints, which happen to be on my second monitor. Let me move them this way. I am trying to put something in this space that we have. of small. Actually, this looks like it will fit. Alright, let's see about this. Oh yeah, I'm very glad that we're able to share blueprints with other people. Or rather, that we're able to borrow blueprints from others. Alright, thank you so much for stopping in. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I am Lena. Nice to meet you. Hi, welcome back. It's going alright. I need to figure out what's going on here though. There's just random pipes. Hi, welcome back. I'm glad to see you again. Only 5. No, it's not only 5. It just is 5. Which, hey, thank you so much for hopping in. 5 consecutive streams, especially with how sporadic they've been over the last week. Yeah, that tracks. So I feel like we need more, or it's kind of sad we don't have any more. become chibi. Hmm. Can I not use the meta storage? That's not really helpful. So I need to take all of this out. Alright, maybe we're not adding anything over here for now. We could just make more of these batteries. Then we have more to sell. Alright, what blueprints do we have? Well, that's not really helpful. I wonder if we stop the heavy sheer night production for now, and then we just use this to make more with smaller batteries. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright, what is happening over here? Why are things slowing down? The amount of water.
Endfield has your back.
I'm holding my sword.
Well, I guess I'm gonna connect to this. Well, alright, hopefully all of them having their own. Will help. There's 2 refiners. Because I don't need the refiners. I wonder if I just pull from this. Alright, we're gonna go back to the other location. I have an idea. Thank you for the hydrate. This tea is so good. I'm sad I don't have any more. Alright, let's put these down. recall there being something else that we had determined was important or something. I mean, this just bothers me. But I think I'm gonna change this. Which also means I don't need this anymore. Or either of these, which means we can get rid of all of these pipes. I feel like this can all be consolidated much more now.
You know?
Let's stash all of these and see. I don't think it really needs to be moved around, but it can be. If I recall, this just goes into here. They didn't go in twice. Hang on, let me put another one down just so we can look at it. No, it'll only have the one input. has to be at least there. Just so these have the space that they need. And that means all of this can get moved over. Just gonna put that out there for now. Why can it be placed here, but not over one more? Did I not copy something? That's why. I wonder, what if I just move these and just swap which one's going where? And then this I can just, I mean, I can just leave it here, that's fine. We did get considerably smaller. Alright, let's connect the water and add some plants and see if it works. No, I need to have these output somewhere. No, it doesn't need to output anywhere. Because it's making the liquid which is going in. Well, that actually seems to work. Okay then. This whole thing could be made a little bit nicer if I had the inputs, the intakes and outtake situation, but I think it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now we're up to 16 per minute. Let me see if I can find a good battery blueprint. We do actually have a pretty good amount of space for it. It's only one per minute that most of these have, which is kind of interesting. because I was making enough that if I sold all of them, there wouldn't be enough currency. But I apparently didn't save it. So, oops. And this one's 4 permanent. And this one is 2 permanent. We'll use this one as our guide for all the things we need. And then we just double check that we actually have the resources available for this. No, it actually doesn't look like we do. Because we're already using the originium that we have. Hi, welcome back. Thank you so much. So I guess I might as well turn this back on. Well, I can just leave it off for now and we can build up a little bit. Happy, good job, life. would like to at some point draw some additional things for this model so that I can then send it to my rigger and have them make some new expressions for it. I didn't make this one to begin with, but I think it'd be nice to have a little bit more versatility.
Mifu.
You're here.
Are you alright?
I've made a head count. 7 good men. 7. I hope people will remember their sacrifices.
They shall be lauded as heroes. Wu Ling will not forget them.
There's a problem. 7 watchguards went missing during the battle. And we found 7 bodies wearing our uniform. 4 of the deceased have been identified. Their families bade them farewell. But there are 3 deceased that we cannot identify.
Huh? What happened?
Their bodies... they have been ruined by the Blight. Once we cleanse the bodies of Blight for burial...
But if 7 people
they will
went
be
missing, don't you know
unidentifiable. Storing Blight affected
who
remains
those
is not
7
very
people are?
appropriate.
And if you could identify 4 out
I
of
know that
7,
too.
wouldn't
The
you
boss got me a 12-hour
be able
window.
to figure out
I
who the
still have
remaining
some
3 are?
Enfielders, you are experts in handling Blight issues. Can I ask you to identify these 3 watchguards? This is the very least I can do for them.
Our scanning tech can penetrate blighted materials.
Don't worry, Mifu. We'll take care of this.
Thank you. I need to be somewhere else.
The 3 should be resting somewhere up ahead. Who should we start with? Enman, decide for us.
Well, we should probably go down the line. There's an Orlean. There is an Orlean.
This feels familiar.
Okay, so the first one has artificial limbs.
Great. We've acquired plenty
Alright,
of
so
info.
the
Time to
first
talk to Mifu.
one...
I really hope we can help her with this.
And the last one
Emin, how
had
goes the
something
investigation?
unique.
A leg with sure-eyed bone. It's old Lee.
Old Lee? The one who couldn't keep his legs still?
And a good man. He saved someone during the blight tide, and ended up blighting his right leg. He had no choice. To stay alive, he had to give it up. He wasn't young anymore. Oli could have retired early, but the stubborn Olfor refused to leave his post. Even the boss couldn't talk him out of it.
Well, you're calling him old
Not only that,
Uli. Would he
silly
really
old
be
dog even
retiring
convinced the
early?
boss to give him a Shuren I like.
Old Lee probably didn't want to leave the crew. He wanted to stay in Wuling for a bit longer.
Indeed. Now we have old Lee. What about the other two? You mentioned this one was seropathy positive. Impossible. I read through all of the Watchguard's health examination reports. None of us have seropathy.
It's unlikely for our Endmen to make mistakes about Originium matter. Perhaps the infection was recent.
That is a possibility. But something doesn't feel right about this.
You sense that something's off.
Yeah, got through plenty of cases. Things warrant a closer look whenever I get these feelings. Have you found other leads? Completely blightified. Understood. I will prioritize his blight cleans. The process of elimination is our only option to confirm his identity. Let him rest for
Well, we confirmed one of them.
We found old Lee. Now we gotta verify Jia Ban and Zhen Xingyuan. Both are Aripathy negatives. If that poor Aripathy positive is not a watchguard... I want to focus on this variable first.
Not a watch guard? But who else could he be?
As of now, some
Well,
Wulingers are still
literally
missing.
anyone.
Perhaps he was one of those civilians, and the watchguard gave him their uniform. After all, watchguard outfits offer better protection than ordinary clothing. This image is very obvious. There aren't that many cases of Aripathy in Wuling. A simple check at the medical clinic should clear things up. Can you help me with that? I need to talk to Oli's family.
Of course. We'll visit the medical clinic.
Well, this is not how we leave, apparently. And there's another box over there.
Bamboo gummies are back for a limited time. Come give them a try.
That was scary. I heard water sounds.
Just thinking about old Lee makes me really sad. But Mifu has to feel this 7 times.
Hi there. I'm the nurse for this department. Anything I can help you with?
We're Endfielders helping out me. I mean, Captain me. We need to check something.
Oh, I read about you in the news. You're the heroes who saved
We were in the
Lorraine.
news.
Heroes? Huh. Maybe we're just lucky and survived.
Yeah, but I could say the same for all the injured people in this ward.
Can you verify the identity of this Aripathy positive?
It's... Look at the resolution of this image. It's even better than what we... Sure. Just wait for a bit while I search for it.
Admin, we compared this with every Oripathy positive we have on file. No one fits this image.
Maybe it's a patient who's not on
That's
file.
not possible. I even searched the HAS database. Sorry, we found no hits.
Everyone in Hongshan has a healthcare registration file since birth, right?
That's right. And all registered individuals get a file update based on their annual health examination reports.
The alternative seems likely. He might have been recently infected.
Mifu sent you here, didn't she? Please relay a message for me. She must take a break and rest, and get her health examination at the clinic.
So now we need to figure out who would have gotten the Oripathy and when. Or where, maybe. I like how all of a sudden it's not voiced anymore. It was voiced up until right before this. But like, I mean, I just find it interesting. If they were going to voice it, why didn't they just voice the whole thing? And if they were planning on not voicing it, why did they voice any of it?
You know, I've seen other Hongshan swordmancers, and everyone seems to perform the same move differently.
Well, Hongshan swordmancy focuses on the will, not the form. Being one with the blade is far more important than drilling a move over and over.
This is a very nice spot for a little table. That was not solid ground, okay.
Unlike the Blight and Rifts, Orleans aren't that dangerous.
A blade unsheathed, its light unleashed!
Engage.
I should have checked to see if we could just teleport closer, but it's about the same distance now. And Min, are you okay over there? See an Orlean. Oh, I guess it has to be visible.
This feels familiar.
This is it, Enmin. But hey, did you happen to notice? Some dirty sneak following us in secret.
No, stop! I'm just going the same way, that's all!
Iron Bosun? Why are you here? I thought you left Wuling.
Oh, don't mention it. I can't find my bro Rusty.
Well, I have a suspicion that
After
might
we
be who
got
that
away
person
from you,
is.
Rastin and I planned to leave Wuling. But we ran into a bunch of splatters. Extra large ones too, mind you. Rusty tried to protect me and distracted them on his own.
What happened next?
I don't know. He told me to look for him at Peach Blossom Wharf before he ran off. Oh, it's a code name that only the two of us know. Anyways, I waited for ages, but Rusty never showed up. What happened to my bro? I'm super worried right now. I knew he scampered off towards the city. I made my way here, but found nothing. Oh, what? Really? I can?
Wuling just went through a lot. A Stockator wouldn't have an easy time near the city. And there's tons of residual blight and Angloy around. It's safer in a group, right?
But I thought you got some important investigations going on. Would I get in your ways?
Well, they're definitely connected.
Oh, thank you very much. I owe you big shots of big time again. I'll tell Rusty to pay you back double.
You're really nice to your bro, you know that?
Well, he likes being a hero. You saw that before, right? Oh yeah. What exactly are you investigating around here? Got it. We're gonna find clues about some watchguard.
Let's go this way first. and gather all of these.
Incoming! Iron Bosun, get behind me! No second chance.
Never tempt fate.
They're very nice.
Brilliant strategy.
Ready to strike. Face your end.
And again, just not voiced. Maybe they added in more lines? No, I don't think so. Maybe it's the kind of thing where they have like more main voice actors voice some of the
I see a
minor
gathering of angloids.
characters.
Wait, hold on. Isn't this residue of Originium arts?
Active Originium of such levels might have been left by a rampant arts unit.
A rampant arts unit. And a gathering of angloi. Things probably didn't end well for the caster. This one will be quite a hassle. Watch out, people! Ready to strike. Face your end!
Oops. Nice, we actually dodged over them instead of dodging backwards away from them and then getting hit anyway.
Hold fast. The dawn is near.
Is this the arts unit? The caster must have fought a terrible battle. Could this caster be Jiaoban?
This is Rusty's. When you were fighting, I saw something familiar and went ahead to pick it up. What do you say? Does this mean that Rusty is Rusty?
This only proved that he was here.
I like
Bosun,
how
finding a
Perlica
clue is
has
a good
an
thing.
Endfield tag
Your
on her
brother
clothes.
probably already left the city. Once we take care of Mithu's issue, we'll focus on finding him.
Thank you.
I made some progress. We verified the second body as Zhen Xingyuan. What about you?
Mithu, we
so
found
the
traces of
third
Originium
one-
activation. An arts unit ran out of control.
Presumably
what's
is
left of the
whichever
arts unit,
one person is
But we're
missing.
unsure if it belonged to Japan.
I'm actually nearby. Heading over right now. Yes. This is indeed Japan's arts unit. I guess this is over. Thank you for your assistance.
Oops, I turned off my
Wait,
stream
this?
deck for a minute.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is Iron Bosun. You two probably met before, at the stockade.
Huh. The Stockader brothers. Where's the other one?
We got separated. I'm trying to find him.
He probably won't get far in Wuling. And since the place is dangerous, we sort of...
Indeed. Stockaders aren't popular in the city right now. Keep your eyes on this one.
Thanks.
You sure? How is he? Any critical conditions? How did you find him? Okay. Give me the witness info. I'm heading over right now. Hold on. Is he wearing his watchguard uniform? Okay. Got it. I'll be there. We found Japan.
He's still alive?
Yeah. Somewhere near Serenity Garden. Unconscious, but not in critical condition.
That's wonderful.
So,
Who's the third person?
I got the same question, so I asked. Japan was only wearing his undergarments when they found him.
Huh? But the body we were investigating, wasn't he wearing Japan's watchguard uniform?
I'm going to Serenity Garden and have a talk with the witness. She's our only lead.
Well, I have a
Serenity
suspicion
Garden.
we know who this last person is.
Graham's Merit Stone is there too. And this city watchguard's outfit. Rusty, don't tell me you were trying to be a tough guy again.
Why is she not replacing the healing items she used? We have plenty. Oh, there we go.
We've arrived. It's over there.
oh,
It's over
Captain
there.
May, are you here to talk about the situation? I'm Ling Yue, and I usually sell flowers here. I saw someone stumbling into the garden. It was shortly after the battle. I hid because I didn't know who the man was. He got closer, and I saw he was really hurt. He seemed to be looking for something, so I asked.
Wait, what was this man wearing?
Just his undergarments, and they were really dirty. Let me think. He was holding something. Like a bundle of clothes.
Clothes? What kind?
I don't know. I couldn't see clearly because he was holding them real tight. I asked if he was looking for something. He was very weak, but he asked me where Tian Shizhang's merit stone is.
Huh? Tian Shizhang! Yeah, Tian Shizhang. He's my grandpa.
But I only sell flowers here. I didn't know where they placed Tian Shizhang's merit stone. He hesitated a bit, but he also looked really worried, and went right into Serenity Garden. And then he stumbled out shortly afterwards. The bundle in his arms was gone as well. I was thinking about helping him when he suddenly fell to the ground. It scared me.
So then you just left
So
him
I called
there?
the watch guards, and they told me to wait here.
Good. I think I know what happened. Rest easy now. Thank you for your cooperation.
Does Jaban know your grandpa?
I don't know. Why is he looking for my grandpa's merit stone?
We should find the bundle he was carrying. That should crack our case. Where's your grandpa's merit stone?
Just follow me. It's a short distance up ahead.
Ugh, so much blight. Bosun, you can slow down a bit.
The local Tianxia pillar is not working. We must repair it to get across.
Bosun, we'll deal with this blight first. Then we'll go meet your grandpa together.
Wow, we have a lot of pieces to fix.
Time to fight.
Engage.
Hmm. I guess we do have to fight.
A blade unsheathed. Trusting me.
Ready to strike.
You gods, formation. Our battle plan proved its worth.
Ow. think I have any liquid that can get through here. Yeah, only have water. Which is maybe a mistake. Wait, I thought we did 3 of them. Oh, in the right sequence. Of course, it's in a sequence. So we need a full one. But that one should count. Well, let's see. We must be missing one. How are we supposed to get up here? Hi, how are you? Welcome back. That is not what I meant to do. And now I'm stuck. Congrats on the 5 stream streak. I don't know if I can make that jump. Hmm. I guess this is not the way. But I'm not really sure how else you're supposed to get up there. I really think that this one makes the most sense to be next. But it says it's not correct. So, how do we get up there? My thinking was to get up there and then jump across. But it doesn't seem to work. Has anyone done this mission before? Let's see if I can make some bottles really fast. That way I can at least clear some of the light. Let's see if we can find a blueprint. Well, that was spectacularly unhelpful.
You know, I've seen other Hongshan swordmancers.
No, this is what we need to pin. Okay. In a filling unit. Let's grab one of those. And then we need to add the bottles. Alright, we'll just make a few of these. I say a few, we might as well just make 50. Alright, let's go ahead and grab those. Alright, we have them. let's teleport back over here.
Another day of beautiful sounds.
Alright, let's see if this works. And see if it works if... No. Sure doesn't. No, maybe this one. This is how we get up there. So the idea of jumping across was correct.
Its strategic significance probably
It was like drowning, but not in water.
The blight is gone. Thanks, everyone. Grandpa, your little Amo is here again.
Yes, let's give it a scan.
An originium device?
It's Rusty's. No, this can't be. Impossible. We promised to meet up at Peach Blossom Wharf.
Calm down, Bosun. It's all right. It's just some clothing.
The body you're investigating, it's got an originium crystal on the left chest, right? That's what he had. The eye patch in the cave is also his.
We should give him a moment.
Grandpa, we are really the worst kids ever. We failed at school and everything. We then ran off and became bandits. We're the worst letdowns ever. Back at the stockade, I was afraid to hear people talk about old John and his super disappointing grandkids. We were afraid to see you. We were terrified. We couldn't even bring ourselves back here. Grandpa, Uncle told me that he still wants to be a Tianshi. I want to say it too, but I've been such a disappointment to you, to ourselves, to all these years we've wasted. That's why we decided to quit the stockade, run off to a new place and start over. We were really trying to start over, Grandpa. Just... I beg you. Protect Ago and help him return safely.
Hi, welcome. And thank you so much for the follow. I am Elena. Nice to meet you. That quest did turn out how I thought it was going to. Alright, back down we go, I guess. Again, just magically non-voiced.
Aaron Bosun and Rusty Hook. They both used to be Wulin citizens.
I presume you knew already, Captain Me?
I'm not a note at all.
I saw a pack of Angoloid chasing him and did not hesitate. But there were too many of them. Things got a little hot. I didn't even know the name of the poor guy.
He is Jiang Zhenggo.
I only realized later that I saved a stockader. Sometimes it's hard to tell the bandits apart from the good ones. Regardless, the guy managed to
Maybe
reach a
because they're
safe
all
place.
people.
I thought he'd run for it, but he came back to help me. I was
Nah,
bleeding
you're
all
welcome
over the
back.
place.
Thank you.
Couldn't even tell where my wound was. He wasn't doing any better. I collapsed to the ground and he kept shaking me to keep me awake. Told me that the stockade turncoats were coming.
Stockade turncoats.
The last thing I remember was him taking off my outfit.
Why did he... It's okay. I figured it out. The stockade turncoats were killing every Woolinger they see. The guy saved you.
He saved me. Perhaps I was seeing things before I passed out? He wore my watchguard uniform and smiled before he left. Serenity Garden. Qianshizhang. Merit Stone. He kept shouting these words over and over in my ears.
Oh, that's why you were mumbling these words when you were out. I was so confused.
Yeah. Serenity Garden. Qianshizhang. Merit Stone. These words kept appearing in my mind. I was still in the cave when I woke up, but the guy was already gone. The battle in the city seemed to be over. I felt incredibly dizzy. I used the words to guide me and made my way to Serenity Garden. And in the garden, I found the Merit Stone with Zhang's name inscribed upon it, and left his clothes there. It took the last bits of my strength. When I opened my eyes again, I was in the medical clinic. So, this Zhang Jinggu, is he still alive?
I hope you have your answers. Visiting hours are almost over. Please, let the patient rest.
Look after yourself. We are leaving for now.
One of us shook our head and nobody gave him an answer. Other than that. Also, it's definitely still middle of the day.
They're here. We carefully searched Rusty Hook's
Hello,
clothing
welcome.
and
Thank you
found
so much
this.
for the follow. I am Elena. Nice to meet you.
It probably gave off the traces of originium in our scans. Would you mind, Osin?
Just play it. I won't mind listening again.
Ah, Mal. I know you'd go and find Grandpa if I didn't show up at Peach Blossom Wharf. Remember when we, sneaked into that old Chencha courtyard? We watched a movie through the window. The old slayer also gave his disciple an audio tape. Bosun, my man, by the time you hear this, I'll no longer be around. That's great acting, right? Listen well to the words I'm about to say. I'm about to start my own journey. I gotta apologize to you. I told you nothing but lies about the world outside. Those were Grandpa's adventures. I just spiced things up and told them again. Now I gotta get myself a decent head start. And then I'll come over and pick you up, deadweight. But the Peach Blossom Wharf and Yuhua Field are real. If you ever miss me, just visit these places. If you don't miss me, I'll give you a flick on the head. Enough said. See you around.
Blasted, blighted bastard! That old dot kept lying till the very end.
They're siblings, but they have
Your
totally
watchguard
different
by wearing the
accents.
outfit and sweating their slapstick. Who does he think he is? A master warrior? Some kind of hero? Heroes don't end up like this!
Captain Me, we found the truth, at least.
Yes. But we have the truth. But it's not one I'm ready to accept.
I wonder what we can do for Bosun. He's totally devastated right now.
Do what? What can we really do? The Eternal Wall Memorial Service starts tomorrow. The Eternal Wall... I know.
Ah, yes, just teleports. Wow, we have a lot of things to do. There's a Monstera.
Another day. You know, I've seen other Hongshan swordmancers, and everyone seems to perform the same move differently.
Well, Hongshan swordmancy focuses on the will, not the form. Being one with the blade is far more important than drilling a move over and over.
Well, I was hoping to get through this way, but that also works. This is Marker Stone Flats. What a goofy name. What is this? Where is she? She needs to go take a nap. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I am Elena. Nice to meet you. Oh yes, looking at our wrist for the watch we don't have.
It's all right. I just arrived too. And you? All drenched in sweat. Did you come rushing here? Liar. Nefereth left quite a mess. There's a lot on the agenda, and it's a little tiring.
I enjoy how different parts of her hair have different gravity.
The AIC factory
Like this
has
part that
quickly
just
restored our post-disaster Shiranite production. The Tianshi
it has a
Pillar
mind
Array
of its
is
own.
also working properly again. As for city repairs, Nifu is handling it well, and Tung Tung is taking care of her stockade. I shouldn't be asking you, but technically, the fall of Nefereth should have brought peace. The lantern that symbolizes the peace of Wuling should be lit again.
But it's not.
Even now, the lantern remains dark.
Oh, hey, I can change back to my regular form.
Indeed, Endman. A new rift has appeared under Wuling.
Well, I guess I know what we're gonna be doing next.
Words won't explain it. I should just show you myself.
Hey, not again.
A viceroy of Wuling must constantly monitor the status of the underground array. This is why the office has an elevator that goes straight down.
Hmm.
Definitely not. But my schedules are packed. A leisurely walk is a luxury I can't afford. It's second nature to me. The matter is urgent, so I just dragged you along without thinking. Though I blocked Nefereth's hit, the aftershocks have compromised the Shiranite Dam. A new rift has appeared.
认证通过，最高权限，通道开启。
Layouts of the underground area are quite complex. Stay close when we get there.
All right, in we go.
Wuling City is located on a rift hotspot. To suppress rift formation, we need more than the surface-level Tianshi Pillar Array. The surface-level and underground arrays work together to keep the rift in Blight Tide at bay. The underground array is buried deep under Wuling. Hardly anyone knows about it, but this is for the best. If we had kept the Sheeranite Dam intact, the rift would have never reached here.
Well then.
Thankfully, we have enough Sheeranite here to keep the Tianshu pillar running at full power, which stops the rift from getting bigger. But as long as the rift remains, Wuling will not be safe.
Well, can you explain how to close them?
We once developed a device capable of sealing the rift. It's called the Sheeranite Nexus. But things got in the way and development has been stalled. The device is still incomplete. We need your help. It's not surprising. After the project was stalled, the Nexus became a key component of the Sheeranite Forge. We only decided to retrieve the Nexus because you are with us. We now stand a chance to complete the project quickly. I dragged you to the underground array to let you observe the rift up close and assist you with your work. Ether energy levels are now very low. We must retrieve the data before it climbs back up. The observation point is up ahead. Follow me and watch your step.
All right.
After the battle ended, the original structure was completely destroyed. Nevertheless, we used Sheeranite to create a temporary path.
数据正在传输中。
Yes.
Presumably to the other
10
side.
years ago.
The portal goes back in time.
The scroll preserves what the Wuling Science Station had left behind back then. Just a few traces. Once the dust settles at this place, I'll take you there for a tour. But you might be disappointed. The things inside are really old.
传输已完成。
Oh. That's kind of rude.
Not good. Ether energy levels are rising. We must go.
Just run. Don't fight, just run.
Careful. Angaloy.
Oh, you're not gonna give us a choice? That's kind of rude. was trying to use her alt and it wouldn't let me. Probably because it went into a loading screen.
Boss, I put the files on your desk like you said.
Endman, would you mind waiting for a bit? There are a few files that need my attention.
We're just looking at things on her desk.
What makes you say that? I am properly rested. Exhaustion will lead to mistakes at work. And mistakes are something we can ill afford right now.
I'm glad she understands that.
A tally of losses incurred by Wuling. It's better than my estimates. Let's head to the research center.
Why
and
did
get
she
the
hide
Sheer
it
Knight
from
Nexus.
us?
Endman, we should hurry. The tincture of the lab should have retrieved the Sheer Knight Nexus.
I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I am not 100% sure about the next couple days. I might end up taking one of them off just to try to fix my sleep schedule a little bit more. But I will try to keep you guys updated. I think no rain today, we're just gonna end. So before I do that, welcome into chat and thank you so much. I do really appreciate you hopping in. For anyone who is new, I mostly play Endfield and HSR, so those are the games I'm mostly bouncing between. Excuse me, I'm mostly bouncing between. I do multi-stream on YouTube as well, so if you are able to interact with any of those, that is very helpful for the algorithm. And we have a active sponsorship for about another week, which if you haven't done it yet, it is helpful if you install the game. Of course, no expectations that you do anything beyond that. I think that's it for announcements. So for those of you who stopped by and checked out the stream today, Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the stream. It is very much appreciated. For those of you who followed, thank you so much for the follows. I look forward to seeing you guys around again. Hi, how are you doing? I am ending a little bit early, but hopefully you had a good weekend. Or are having a good weekend. I'm glad to see you, even if only for a couple minutes. What I had said right before you got here is hopefully I'll be live the next couple days. I might take one of them off to try to fix my sleep schedule. Maybe start streaming earlier again. We'll see. But yes, for those of you who followed, thank you so much for the follows. I look forward to seeing you guys around again. For those of you who are lurking, thank you so much for lurking. Lurkers are so incredibly helpful to me and to every other streamer, so thank you for keeping the stream open. And of course, for everyone who hopped in chat, thank you so much for hopping in chat. It always makes my day to see you guys hop in, say hi, chat with me and with each other. So thank you so much for spending your time here with me. And having you guys hop in is really why I enjoy streaming as much as I do. So thank you for being here. I don't think that there's any other announcements. Here's the link to all of the socials and to the Discord. If you're interested in any of those. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye for now.